So to switch out the dials, we're going to remove these 3 cap screws right here. Now you want to pull it off as evenly as possible, and many times it helps just to hold the center handle here and gently pry up. On each point. There you go. For me, when changing out the dial, I find it easier if one of the posts is at 12 o'clock. If you have sensors right here, you want to dodge those, obviously. And I'll start the first top post just a little bit, then I'll move to another post. And make sure it's evenly on there. Replace the 3 cap screws. Tighten them down. And you're all set.
After changing the dial, you need to change the cap crossover guide. To do that, loosen these 3 screws, these 2, and this one. Pull the plastic out. Tighten it back down so it's out of the way. Slide it out. To insert the new one, slide it in, lock it in place where it locks. Loosen this, push it back in. Tighten it back down. And that part is ready. To change the chute end, there's 2 shoulder bolts. Just unscrew these. Once those are out of the way, just slide the chute end down, turn it, and pull it out. For this change in cap size, we also need to change out the chute. How you change out the chute? Loosen these 2 bolts. Make sure you hold it with one hand when you get to the last bolt. Once the bolts are out, slide this back towards you and it comes right out. To insert the new one, simply take it, put it in, put this here, slide it over, and put the 2 bolts back in on this mounting block. Make sure it's nice and tight. Going to this size cap, this cap does not use a stabilizer. We need to remove this stabilizer. You just simply grab it and pull it out. Take the new chute in, put it in, line up the 2 holes. Once the shoulder bolts are in, you are done with the changeover. When switching over to a wider container, we must open the gripper belts so that they are past the width of the bottle for the next adjustment. Turn the handle clockwise. Now it is wider than the bottle. We have plenty of room and the grippers are out of the way. When switching over to a shorter bottle, we must raise up the gripper belts in order for us to lower the machine so the gripper belts do not crash into the conveyor. In order to raise up the gripper belts, you must rotate the screw clockwise. Okay, as you can see, we have now raised up the grippers and widened the grippers. We have a big gap in between here. We can now lower the machine down to where it needs to be. Now everything else is done. We are ready to lower the machine. You go to manual, machine height. You are set there. Take the bottle with the cap all the way down, place it underneath this horseshoe sensor, and then lower the machine. When the sensor reads the cap, it will stop moving. The machine has stopped moving. It is now at the right height. In order to set the quills for your next cap size, you're going to use your quill gauge. We're going to set it in here, line it up, and then turn the quills until they touch the piece of aluminum. And now your quills are set for that cap.